How can I become more confident with taking risk? All right, that is really good question. All right, yeah. So, what is actually the risk? Okay, yeah. And are you like basically is this thing taking a risk is a good thing or bad thing? All right, yeah. Well, probably is this thing like the taking a risk is a good thing or bad thing. It depends on the person who is actually taking the risk. Okay, yeah. There is no kind of like some really proper answer. What do you mean by that? Example is that key. Um, example is that key like a normal person, okay, who has a salary of almost like a 35,000 rupees, okay. He yearly makes almost like 6 lakhs somehow, 6 lakh or 4 lakh, 4 5 lakh, okay, yeah, per year. Okay, he was actually earning this much amount of money per year. All right, yeah. Then suddenly is this thing that he had some sort of he got some sort of intel means information regarding about that he, if that particular person invest some sort of money into that particular stocks, then couple of months after the stocks will increase and the money that he's invested will get double. Okay, yeah. So would you that person should supposed to be invest in that particular thing? Well, probably is this thing from my opinion. I would not say that. Okay, you shouldn't supposed to do that. Okay, yeah. Taking a risk is kind of like a something that key, like from my point of perspective. Okay, yeah. Okay, basically almost like a 95% of people taking a risk is kind of like a something no. Like I would give the answer that key you shouldn't supposed to take that risk. Okay, yeah. If you have a kind of like a something 5% of people, okay, what is really 5% of people? 5% of people means like that risk has a very different kind of like a faces. That faces has like regarding about money, opportunity, time, and everything. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna explain with this thing so that you could understand even more better. Okay, yeah. First of all, let's just kind of like a simply understand what is actually risk, okay, and what is like like what is like how existing. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of like a something previous back to that particular example is that key if I'm kind of like a something person, okay, who actually work in particular company and I'm actually earning almost like a 4 5 lakhs per year. Okay, yeah. And I got some sort of information regarding about that mutual stocks will be increased within kind of like a something only a couple of months. So should I supposed to invest in that thing? Well, probably is this thing that yeah, I will not give this proper answer, or maybe my answer would be not that like a kind of like a something that key no. Okay, yeah. Unless if you are kind of like a something person who has that information and you actually collect that information by yourself, then you understand the gravity of that particular information and you completely 100% believe that ki this would be definitely happen, then and only then you should supposed to be take that risk and go ahead. Okay, because basically taking a risk required a kind of like a complete information, that information that you have when you kind of like see things by yourself, then you could do that. What is exactly is this thing see thing by yourself means like that? Okay, I'm not giving like I don't know how do I supposed to explain this thing. Okay, yeah. um um I don't know, yeah, like I think that key um probably like risk, when will I supposed to take a risk? Okay, yeah, let's just understand this question. Okay, yeah. um Okay, I'm gonna ask this question again. All right. How can I become more comfortable? How can I become more comfortable with taking risk? Am I kind of like a something? I don't know. I was actually bothered by so many things at the same time. So I was like, I wanted to record artifact, but it's like that. Ki, the question is a bit too serious. I wanted to execute that particular example, but I don't really have proper idea regarding about this thing. Okay, regarding about the risk and risk factor. Okay, yeah. Uh, Probably I'm gonna give the answer. Like I think that at this moment, okay, yeah, I don't really have kind of like a something really a proper answer regarding about this question. Okay, yeah. Risk is a kind of like a something various format. Okay, yeah. Most of the people understand that key involving money into that particular opportunity that means risk. Yeah, but this is part of the risk. Okay, it's not the entire risk. Risk means like that ki you are actually kind of like a putting some sort of very important thing of you to particular opportunity, your time, your money, your relationship, or like whatever. Okay, yeah. Time, you already knew it. Okay, yeah. Example is that ki you know that a particular stock will be increased within a couple of days, so you actually invest some sort of money to, like, you are actually taking a risk that ki if I will spend some sort of money into this particular stock, then couple of days my money will be get double. Okay, yeah. This is the money risk. Okay, yeah. You are not really sure that ki the risk that you are taking, is it kind of like something good or bad. Okay, yeah. Then time. All right, yeah. What is the time risk? Time risk means like that ki you are actually putting some sort of time or invest some sort of time in somewhere that kind of like a something you think it would be good but it's not good, or it kind of like a, I'm not really sure. Example is that ki like basically is this thing, this is your final exam. Okay, you are like you are doing engineering or whatever the degree that you are doing. Okay, yeah. You have final exam, you have 3 months to prepare. You haven't really done prepare for entire semester. Okay, yeah. So for you this 3 months of preparation is really essential. Okay, yeah. So your time is really valuable, but kind of like a something like that ki suddenly you got a job at somewhere else. Okay, yeah. And they actually ask you to come to the training. All right, yeah. They are not actually giving you some sort of money for the training, but after you complete the 3 months of training, your job will be secured. Okay, yeah. So what you supposed to do? Should you supposed to like quit that exam and go to the training and just do the training, and then after that I will get a job? Okay, yeah, first option. Or another option is that key, like, just get the exam. Okay, so in this particular example you are actually risking your time. Okay, yeah. Because 3 months of exam or 3 months of training, what would you supposed to do? If you go to the training, then you are actually risking your time, or you think that ki simultaneously I would do both the thing, like a training plus preparing exam. Okay, so it's up to you. Okay, like how much you are grasping power and how could you handle that particular training and things like that. It's up to you, but this is also part of the risk, a time risk. Okay, yeah. Then something really a relationship risk. What's the relationship risk? A relationship risk means like that ki you are kind of like a putting relationship risk is actually kind of like a happened with, mostly happened, almost like a 99% of happened with your significant other. Okay, yeah. Because relationship is kind of like something like that ki it mostly involved with your significant other. All right, yeah. So probably is this thing that ki example ki um, at night, at some random night you are a bit drunk. Okay, yeah. And there is another girl who is actually taking advantage of you. Okay, trying to taking advantage of you. She was not, she is not taking that. Okay, but you are try to, hey, कुठं आहे?
इथे चालू खाली ठेवता येते. इथे ठेवता येते खाली. तो वाला दुसरा घेऊन चार्जिंग आहे त्याचा.
स्टँड. Okay, so relationship risk. Okay, yeah. So what is actually the relationship risk? Um, okay, so relationship risk is a kind of like a something very different. Okay, it's mostly involved with your significant other. Okay, yeah. In this particular situation, you are actually putting your relation on your risk. Okay, yeah. If you don't really understand, I'm gonna give you some sort of example. Okay, this is only example. Okay, yeah. So don't, it's not a real, but it's example. Okay, example is that ki um, like basically you and your wife is went to somewhere a vacation. Okay, yeah. And basically is this thing that ki you and your wife is went vacation, and at that time suddenly or unfortunately, okay, your wife sister was in that particular vacation. She was not doing the vacation, she was actually doing the work over there. All right, yeah. So unfortunately you gather around. Okay, yeah, you, your wife and your wife's sister, and you kind of like something like that, talking fun, doing something like that. There is a plan became that ki you have to go to the club and just drink some sort of alcohol वगैरह. Okay, yeah. Your wife, she's not feel really good, so she went to the hotel. Okay, yeah. But you and your wife's sister was there, and you were actually enjoying that particular club. You were dancing, you were doing alcohol वगैरह वगैरह. Okay, yeah. You love your wife. Okay, yeah. And like she's really important to you. Okay, yeah. But unfortunately is this thing, at that night you are a bit drunk, as also your wife's sister is also bitterly drunk. Okay, yeah. And somehow there is some sort of moment happened. Okay, yeah. Moment means like that just kiss happened. Okay, yeah. You are not really sure what exactly happened because you are too drunk to notice that what is the fuck is that. Okay, yeah. But she was try to taking your advantage. Your wife's sister is try to taking advantage of you. Okay, yeah. Like you are so drunk. Okay, yeah. You are not kind of like something like controlling your entire body parts, but still you kind of like understand that okay, this is something really wrong. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you could control that. Like basically is this thing, you could stop her and not to do this thing. Okay, yeah. Because if you did this thing means like being physical, then probably your relationship is at risk. Okay, yeah. So this is called kind of like a something really a relationship risk. Probably this kind of like a example mostly people says that ki fuck the wife, I will fuck wife sister. Okay. Don't judge me, by the way. This kind of like some random thoughts came inside of me to understand the relationship risks, so I would mention this thing. All right, yeah. So these are kind of like a risks. Okay, yeah. Money, it involve monies. Time, it involve time. Relationship means it involve kind of like a something relationship with you. All right, yeah. So these are all kind of like some sort of risk. All right, yeah. There are multiple risks, by the way. I'm not really sure at this moment, but these are kind of like a some sort of couple of risks that I might knew. All right, yeah. Might knew. Still is this thing that I think, like, I'm not really sure. Artifact is not about kind of like a somebody telling the exact answer. No, it's kind of like a telling my thoughts regarding about what I know regarding about that particular risk. And okay, I'm trying to give you the answer. Okay, yeah. So basically it's this thing that the question is that how do I become more comfortable to taking risk? Okay, yeah. Like basically the question is kind of like a something like emphasize that you have to take a risk. Okay, yeah. And not only take a risk by the kind of like something that like with very scared way to take a risk. No, but very confident. Okay, yeah. So how do you take that particular risk? Okay, yeah. How do you make that risk is become more and more confident? Well, confident kind of like a something is depend on particular thing. Okay, yeah. What thing? Information. And information is really important. Information, honesty, like, yeah, these are all those things. If you don't really understand, I'm gonna mention these all previous example that I already mentioned. I wanted to kind of like categorize so that I would take that particular risk with very confident. All right, yeah. So first example is that key regarding about money. Yeah, I already mentioned that key I am a kind of like a somebody person who is earning almost like 4 to 5 lakh rupees per year. Okay, yeah. I'm at kind of like a somebody particular company. I'm an employed person. All right, yeah. Then is this thing that you are actually want to you have some sort of information regarding about mutual fund, and if you invest some sort of money in particular stock, then money will be double. All right, yeah. So this is kind of like something little information that you have. How do you make it more comfortable to take that risk? Well, probably is this thing you have to get the information as much as you can. Okay, yeah. Like which stock, this stock is belongs to which company, and in this company what exactly things happen so that this company will go ups and down or whatever it is. Okay, yeah. As also regarding about this company, the CEO will change, vice president will change, or whatever the thing happened, you have to make sure that information that you have regarding about that company is really right, because whatever the thing happened in that particular company, mostly in higher level like a CEO or chairman, it kind of like a in fact it kind of like a simply reflect the that company stocks. Okay, yeah. And then company stocks, whatever the prediction that you are putting, it kind of like a something like that you have to earn money by, okay, by investing or kind of like whatever the thing that you want to say. Okay, investing or money on that this company will go up or down, whatever it is. Right, yeah. So you have to get more and more information about that stocks, regarding about that particular company, regarding about particular chairman and what exactly happened in their personal life. When you know that particular all the information, not only about that particular company, as also the employee and everything, when you have more and more information about that company, then you are a kind of like some decision making is became very more practical. Not only practical, but as also very confident that this will definitely happen because of that this is information that I collected from last couple of days. So yeah. Okay, when you have all those information, then you are bitterly confident to take that risk and you are willing to invest some sort of money in that particular stock market, and then you would earn that money. Okay, yeah. So this is the one way. Okay, yeah. Now second risk is that time. Okay, yeah. I already example in the second example. I already explained in second example is that like the guy who is actually at the final year of engineering college or any degree college. Okay, he has a 3 months to prepare the exam, but unfortunately he got a job and he has a 3 months of training. Okay, yeah. So should he take that training or should he prepare for job. Okay, yeah. Like he wants to do the training because initially he required a job. Okay, yeah. So how does he supposed to manage that thing? Okay, yeah. First of all is that before you take that particular training, you have to make sure that which company is this thing. Okay, is this company is kind of like a something like that key fuzzy or not, okay, fake or not. You have to make sure that the company that you are kind of like a they say that ki you are kind of like a something want to do training, then make sure that which company is this thing, is it kind of like a genuine or not. Okay, another thing is that ki you really require a job. Okay, yeah, definitely. But unfortunately this 3 months of time is really important for preparing your exam. So how do you supposed to this thing, how do you supposed to handle this situation? You have to talk to the HR manager, the people who actually kind of like a recruit you or kind of like a employee. Okay, yeah, or whoever the person they mentioned that you have to done training, so you have to talk to them. Okay, yeah, you have to talk to them by the email, phone number, or whatever way. Make sure that you have to call phone number. Okay, yeah, when it kind of like a something face to face, then it's even more better. Okay, yeah, but whatever the way, you have to communicate with the HR team member. Okay, and say that ki like I really need a job. Okay, you want to do training for 3 months. Can I join the training after 3 months? Okay, because most of the company has kind of do something like that. Okay, yeah, because if the employee is not really capable to get that particular job in particular period of time, then they will wait for particular time. And yeah, most of company, and basically it's a kind of like a training period now, so you could ask that. Okay, yeah, so you could ask that particular company that key, can I took the training after I exam, because it's really important for me because it's a final year, and if I went to the training then it will affect on my exam, but I really need a job, so can I do this training after 3 months? Okay, if they convince, that is okay. If they not convince and you really want this job, then probably you should tell them that key like what is exactly the training time. Okay, yeah, is it kind of like a 8 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour, what is exactly my work profile, what I should supposed to do. Okay, you have to inquire everything. Okay, yeah. They say that it will be kind of like a something 8 hour or 10 hour. You have to understand your schedule too. Okay, because if you are kind of like a spending 8 hour and 10 hour, you are spending 8 hour of sleep, then probably you have less than 6 hours to kind of like a do study and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, so how do you manage your time? Okay, you really want to take that risk. Okay, you really want that job and you really want to go to that particular training. So in that particular moment you have to make sure that key things that you are time spending on that particular time, that key the training or whatever it is kind of like a good or not. Okay, or it kind of like a something that key, is it worthy or not, or it kind of like a something that key like I have to handle both the thing, like I have to study and I have to do training at the simultaneously. Okay, yeah, but I'm not gonna mention this thing like basically exam is really essential. Okay, yeah, job, like a job will, you will definitely get the job, but exam you will not get the exam again. Okay, yeah, so like basically is this thing that ki if you fail the exam, probably you could do re-exam. Okay, yeah, but what if like you pass the exam with very less score, then probably you won't be able to re-exam, and then you are stuck with that for entire period of lifetime. Okay, yeah, so this is not really good example. So it is really essential that ki whatever the time that you have, instead of go to the training, you have to focus on the exam, and after the exam you can go to that particular job or skip that job. And there are so many jobs are available in the market, so many jobs. Okay, yeah, don't really risk your exam time for particular company, definitely not. Okay, yeah, and each and every company are really required a kind of like a somebody qualified person who is kind of like a done with his prepare exam and everything. Okay, yeah, if the particular company asking you to get this job as soon as possible as you can and skip your exam and stuff like that, then probably this company is kind of like a fuzzy or something that. Okay, yeah, so you have to make sure that okay, but my initial kind of like a response would be that key like a focus on exam is most important and essential. All right, yeah, now coming back to the third example, relationship risk. Okay, yeah, So as I mentioned earlier, this is kind of like a something very interesting thing. Okay, relationship risk. You went to the vacation. Okay, yeah, you went to the vacation with your wife. Unfortunately, you got you like unfortunately your wife's sister was there, and you all three are actually spending times. Okay, yeah. You went to club. You are drinking. Your wife is not feel good. She went to hotel. Then then you kind of like a carry on the party, you and your wife's sister. Then suddenly the moment happened. Okay, yeah, you started kissing. You both are drunk. Okay, yeah. There is at this moment. Okay, yeah. uh, Things will definitely happen that key at this moment that key you would supposed to be like a will be happen physical. Okay, because you both are really horny. Okay, yeah. So this is a kind of like a something risk. Okay, yeah. And I wanted to take that risk. So how do I supposed to take that risk? बड़ा हरामी हो यार तू. Okay. uh, okay, first of all is that ki you shouldn't supposed to do that. Okay, yeah, this is really wrong. Okay, yeah, cheating with your wife and your wife's sister is definitely not, because not only you are kind of like a spoiled relationship with your wife, but as also you are spoiled the relationship with your wife's sister too, because in the end she is also your family. Okay, so this is really not good option. Okay, yeah, like basically having a moment and then you kiss off like while you are drinking or you are drunk, then probably it says okay, yeah. But when you get physical, then this is not okay. Like how much you drunk. Okay, getting physical is a kind of like a something that key that you both want to do this thing, because in the end this is really not good. Like yeah, it's not good na dude. Like how are you supposed to do this? Like I would not kind of like a prefer you to do this risk, because in the end you'll definitely lose. Okay, like how much you could expert in this thing, how much you handle every situation, but unfortunately in the end, like if someone knows or if someone doesn't really knows, you already knew that you already fucked up. So you always have kind of like a some sort of bother inside of you. Then yeah, so it will definitely kind of like a cripple you from the inside. Okay, killing you from the inside. So in this particular situation there is no kind of like a something like being confident while taking risk. It's not. It is definitely not. You married with that particular girl for a reason. Don't spoil that reason. Okay, yeah. And as also is this thing that ki, if something happened, okay, yeah, like yeah, definitely happen, because in that situation you are both the drunk, you are both the horny, and unfortunately is this thing, the possible chances of you are getting physical will be almost like a 90%. Yeah. So uh, so like you done this thing. Okay, yeah, you did your physical, like basically you started kissing, and then probably is this thing that key you booked the hotel, another hotel and another room, and you did this. Okay, yeah. Then after that you are feel really shameful, because like you are too drunk. When you wake up in the morning you realize that ki you both fuck each other, and this is really fucked up. So how do you handle that particular situation? Well, first of all is that ki wear condom while doing this thing. Okay, yeah, like if you are kind of like a spoil your relationship, okay, but like while doing sex it's really essential to do condom. So be aware of that condom. Okay, yeah. And then you fuck. Then after that ki, uh, like I don't know dude, yeah, like there are so many ways that you could handle that situation very confidently. Is that key, like not telling her, not telling your wife, or like try to forget that situation as much as you can. Okay, yeah, but still it always be get inside of you. Okay, it always be stuck inside of you. Okay, yeah, like basically is this thing, your wife is with you for rest of the period of lifetime. Probably your wife's sister is also with you for the rest of the period of lifetime, and suddenly at somewhere in time you both know you both fuck each other, okay, you and your wife's sister. So when you try to kind of like a something met at some sort of family situation or family event, then probably it's bitterly awkward to interact each other. Okay, yeah, so this is not okay. Okay, yeah, and in the end your wife will realize that you are kind of like a hiding something, and then yeah, okay, not only spoiled your life too, but as also your sister life too. Okay, because of that ki chalo you are get married, so you are not really, but your sister's is your wife's sister is not married. Okay, yeah, or like basically this thing, it's a kind of like a something really a kind of like a dog in their personality, I don't know. Okay, yeah, because like after the consequences is definitely bad. How much you could kind of like try to control yourself or try to kind of like a confident in that particular risk, but this is a really definitely really wrong thing. Okay, yeah, so being relationship risk, I am not kind of like give you this proper answer, but still it's up to you. What you want to do is up to you. By the way, you understand what is actually the risk. Okay, yeah, so you already understand that what is actually required for be confident while taking risk is that information. Okay, yeah, as much as you information that you know about particular thing, then you will be more confident. Okay, yeah, mostly these are confident kind of like a taking risk is mostly involved with money. Okay, yeah, time and relationship risk are, I don't know. Okay, yeah, like I don't know, this kind of like a something like the social situation and how do you overcome that, it's up to you. Okay, yeah, like I'm not kind of like a something giving you the proper answer regarding about how do you supposed to handle this situation. But while investing some sort of money, it's really required to information. Okay, yeah, information, and that information has to be true, and then you proceed with this thing. So having more and more information, then you will be really confident enough, and then you will take the risk. All right, yeah, so yeah, all right, so I should supposed to be end here. This is it, and thank you.